All right. Well, we're up and running. Hey, I'm Malcolm Wallace calling in from the other side of the world over here in the South Pacific Islands. Many of you on this call, there might be a bunch of brand new people. So I'm just going to very, very quickly introduce you a little bit, and then we're going to have our guest. But if you're brand new on this call, Oliabo, the new standard in health. Oliabo is our company. Olive oil, and a Botanico. That's a key word to us. Oh, Dr. Earl Mindell is our guest speaker today, but back in the beginning when I was introduced to this last year, I was told about something that was been right in front of my face for the longest time. I never knew, and I thought I knew a lot about wellness and health. For thousands of years, the most important botanical has been right in front of our eyes. And, Doc Mindell called me up last year and out of the blue, we're good mates, and he said, Malcolm, the number one longevity plant on this planet. He also said you got the number one anti-aging food in the world. The Mediterranean diet, when we think about the Mediterranean diet, the blue zones, people living in the blue zones, Italy, Greece, people live 100 years of vibrantly healthy. But you know what? I think it's not the Mediterranean diet, Oliabo diet. Extra virgin, high phenolic, extra virgin olive oil. And Ray puts this so succinctly that Joe and Gordon were able to take what they knew, the knowledge of them, their parents, grandparents, that whole history of their family in Treviso, Italy, what they learned about the olive tree, olive-derived products, the greatest and oldest health secret in the world, not yet told, and to put it into a product showing there on the left of your screen, Prima, and to do it in convenience in those pillow packs. So we bring to you that product that's full of phytonutrients and polyphenols. And, Dr. Mindell will probably cover many of these things about those, the oleocanthal, the vibascoside, the oleuropein. But I want to introduce you to, now, Doc's a good old friend of mine. And Dr. Earl Mindell began the health, he was pretty well the father of the nutrition, health, and wellness business back in the 80s. Is about preventative. Our bodies have the ability to heal themselves. Dr. Mindell authored his first book, Dr. Mindell's Vitamin Bible, #1 best-selling book worldwide. I remember when I first met him, the only book that actually outsold his book back then was the Bible itself. He's written 5 other #1 best-selling books. Doc lives in Beverly Hills. I've been to his house. It's a great spot. But here, Doc, here's a couple quick memories. You see, I have a lot of credit and a lot of thanks to give to Doc, because we traveled the world for many years together. And I think you remember this time, because we'd be out doing meetings late at night in towns and cities, and then getting up early on a Sunday morning, Doc, in northern Saskatoon, that's in Saskatchewan, Canada, in the freezing cold in winter, and driving out to farmhouses to do what? To go and find products for find wellness, old wellness bottles, antiques, go antiquing. He loves doing it for his museum. And the last time Doc and I were together physically, Doc, was right here at a private club, the Ocean Club in the Bahamas, because Doc loves golfing. And every time we golfed, he sure beat me. He's a very good golfer, by the way. So I'm going to unmute Doc. Actually, I'm going to make you the host, Doc. Let's find you here. So, folks, here's Dr. Earl Mindell.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. There we go.
By the way, Malcolm,
yeah.
Thank you for asking me to be on the call. You made me an interesting present.
Let me correct you there. You did. I didn't ask you. This is Doc. You're so humble. Doc reached out to me unannounced and said, Malcolm, I would love to help you with that team you got going down in Australia. And then what we decided to make it up to the world. So no, you were the one that initiated this. Doc said,
all right. I understand that. But here's an interesting situation. It's tomorrow where you are from us, yes. Right? It's Saturday. Saturday is our 55th wedding anniversary. So I'm celebrating the anniversary now in Australia and the Philippines, and tomorrow in Beverly Hills. So that's very unusual, and thank you very much. And you're right. We've been all over the world, and I've finally come to the conclusion that there is a simple functional food that has been known for 5,000 years. In fact, Homer called it liquid gold, and Hippocrates, who is the father of so-called modern medicine, called it the great healer. So you're going to ask me to say, well, there's a lot of olive oils, extra virgin olive oils on the market. Why is our Oliabo, why is our Prima product different? And I'll tell you why. Because Oliabo went to the next step, right? Okay, step one, find a company in Italy that is certified, that is pure extra virgin olive oil. And that's not easy, and that's not inexpensive. Then do the first cold pressing, the first pressing of the young harvest. Very important, because if you take the olive oil too late, you don't get all the polyphenols. That's the active ingredients in extra virgin olive oil. But here's the step they went. Our extra virgin olive oil is protected in a capsule, so it can't be oxidized. It's easy to take. It's terrific. But the secret is in this right here, in this particular pack, is the second, I call it the white capsule. It's called olivectin. It's a trademark of two types of extracts. One is the olive leaf extract, and the other is the olive fruit extract. I'm sorry, olive fruit extract. Now that's important because the olive fruit and the olive leaf extract have polyphenols that are not found in the regular olive oil. Okay, and you can go in the store and buy extra virgin olive oil. If it doesn't say where it comes from, if it doesn't say it's high phenolic or high polyphenol, then you might not be getting any polyphenols. But you can be sure when you buy when you get our Oliabo product, that you're getting high phenolic, high polyphenol ingredients. Plus, you're getting a synergistic. That means together they're much more potent than separately of the regular extra virgin olive oil, plus the olive leaf extract and the olive fruit extract, and another capsule, if you notice the fourth capsule, and that is one of the principal ingredients in the Mediterranean diet, and that is grapeseed extract and lycopene from tomatoes. And anybody who knows anything about the Italian diet, you know that tomatoes are a big mainstream, and of course they drink wine, which is a grapeseed. So you're getting a synergistic mix of a blend, I should say, of all these things that are not available anywhere on the market. You can go anywhere you want. You'll never find those together because the olivectin is very expensive, by the way. The company had a lot of problems trying to find a company that would extract from the olive leaf and the olive fruits, plus have the extra virgin olive oil and put it together. So you have something that's unusual. It's protected. It's basically, I feel, I wrote up, believe it or not, I've got 9 different advantages: cold press, first press, and grapeseed once a day, and it's so easy to take with you, right? It's easy to store. It comes in those beautiful canisters, you can see, and a canister is a beautiful protectant because you want to make sure that the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, is away from light, heat, and moisture. So it's got all the things going for it that make it unique. But the biggest thing is the synergistic effect. That's why people see such a big difference between our product and the ones you could possibly buy in the store. And of course, the liquid in the container. One of our principal owners found that by taking 3 tablespoons of Oliabo extra virgin olive oil, for 10 days he lost a lot of weight. So it's got olive oil, extra virgin olive oil has that antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, but it also helps you lose weight. And you know what people are noticing? They sleep better. They sleep deeper. They have more what they call REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, and remember your dreams. It also helps against snoring. Now, I know that snoring is not a major problem, but if your other whatever snores, try give them some of our Oliabo extra virgin olive oil at bedtime, and they will stop snoring. Wow! So there's nothing like this on the market, nothing. And anybody who wants to know, believe it or not, people say, "Well, is there any scientific validity?" Believe it or not, I just checked with pubmed.gov. That's the National Library of Medicine's website. And as of today, hard to believe, but there's 2,437 scientific research studies that have been published in reputable journals. 2,437. I mean, there's nothing like this on the market. So you can see that it's got everything going for it. It's not a drug, it's a functional food. And that's something you should realize what we're saying. For 5,000 years, they've been using olive oil as a functional food. And you're right, the so-called blue zones, there's 10 of them. 4 out of the 10 are in the Mediterranean area. And if you want to live the longest, by the way, you can move to Monaco. Monaco is a small country south of France. The average lifespan there, men about upper 80s and women about middle. Am I back? Okay.
I had to make Dr. Earl the host so he wouldn't be interrupted, but then there's a lot of people late in the waiting room and I had to go back and reclaim it. Sorry about that. Keep on going, Doc.
Okay, well, anyway, there's a food pyramid in the United States, the Department of Agriculture, and they just did it after 20 years, and they put olive oil as a good fat at the very top of the pyramid. Wow, it only took them 20 years to find out that there are good fats, because most people think, were taught that fat is bad. Well, that's not true. The good fats, like the oleic acid in extra virgin olive oil, are very healthy. So we've got everything going for us. And I feel that when you talk to people about our product, you're giving them a gift of living longer, a gift of sleeping better, a gift of increasing their immune system or bolstering their immune system so they will not be as sick as often. And there's unbelievable, I mean, if you go over all the advantages, benefits of our evening extra virgin olive oil, it would take me about a half an hour. But I'm just telling you that there's nothing like this on the market. When you talk about your Prima product, you're talking about a unique product that is synergistically blended and proprietary blended to make it as potent as anything in the market, and more than people even know. And that's the olivectin. If you look on the canister, you'll see what the olivectin is, basically a proprietary patented product that contains the contains the olive leaf extract and the olive fruit extract.
Yeah, very much so. We're more than an olive oil company. We're an olive tree derived product. And you taught me way back in the day that we're at ease when we're healthy. And then as we become unhealthy, we're pushing up against that dis-ease, where the word disease comes from. And yes. How about you touch on the key to starting all that, and what ends up where we go downhill with our health in dis-ease is inflammation. Inflammation of the cells, and the best health thing you can take anti-inflammation, oleocanthal.
Yes, you're right, Malcolm. The number one killer of people is inflammatory diseases, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, dementia, so-called Alzheimer's disease, and even some types of cancer. So by taking this on a daily basis, you are not only preventing the problem, but you're keeping your body healthy. And that's what I think we have to realize. Everybody talks about how long they'll live. It's not how long you'll live, it's what kind of quality of life the last 10 years of your life is all about. And in the United States, 97% of people have some type of chronic illness. I don't know the statistics for the rest of the world, but unfortunately, they're very high. So we can prevent so many of these chronic illnesses from occurring because we are optimally healthy. That's a good word, by the way. Optimally healthy, not just, well, I don't feel, I'm not sick. But no, you feel terrific. You have all kinds of energy, and that's what you'll notice when you take our Oliabo extra virgin olive oil at bedtime. You'll wake up in the morning, you'll be more refreshed, more energetic, and your mood is better. So just try it. I tell you, people will give it a 30-day trial. They will not, they'll be afraid not to take it.
There's so many people that have the great effect, I would say, but like the side effect, when you take it at bedtime, it really fixes your plumbing, if you know what I mean, right?
Malcolm, don't call it a side effect, call it a side benefit.
Side benefit.
Side effects are for drugs. You know, I'm a pharmacist, and I can just tell you that every drug has side effects because it's a product that is not natural to the body. Extra virgin olive oil is a functional food that is natural to the body, so it's going to produce side effects. And you're right, it helps with digestion, stomach problems, etc. They go away. They're gone.
One of the biggest testimonies we get, and the most common, as we get older, we want a better quality of life, and we tend to slow down. That thing called metabolism, it just starts to go down the hill. And what Dr. Earl's talking about, our trademark olivectum, the two parts, the leaf, the oleuropein, but the other part from the pulp and the seed extract, the verbascus side, is very powerful in the metabolic rate for your body, besides your inflammatory and microbial, your gut health. And that's what we touched on. So right. How about you touch on a little bit of that how that our ingredients are the oleocanthal, the verbascicide, the oleuropein, the hydroxytyrosol.
Okay, absolutely.
Metabolic rate.
The olive leaf extract is high potency in what we talk about oleuropein, and it's antivirus, bacteria, and fungus. It's heart healthy. It bolsters your immune system. It lowers your blood pressure and lowers the bad cholesterol and raises the good cholesterol. You want to have the good cholesterol because that takes the fat from the artery walls and sends it out of the body. That's just found only in olive leaf extract. Then you have the also the olive fruit extract, and that's something that's interesting. You have a high phenolic product called hydroxytyrosol. I'm sorry about these names, but that's what they are. But anyway, this hydroxytyrosol is the most potent antioxidant that we know. Antioxidants are the good guys that help protect you against the bad guys. The bad guys are called free radical oxygen molecules, which if are left untouched, intact, they actually can cause a thing called oxidative stress, which could cause all kinds of problems like blood pressure, cholesterol, dementia. Even we don't know all of them for sure. So you're finding that the hydroxytyrosol is a potent antioxidant. It's a brain protectant. That's very important. It protects your brain. It's a cognitive protectant so that you remember things better. It helps to keep your memory, etc. Bone and skin and eye support. We don't hear enough about that. As you get older, your bones become a little brittle, etc., and your eyesight is not as good, you'll see a big difference by taking this on a regular basis. Antimicrobial against things like bacteria, viruses, and funguses. Fungi, I should say. When they enter the body, this helps to, our body helps to counteract that. Protects your DNA, it heart healthy, and of course, anti-inflammatory. Now, you mentioned about that, I love the verbicide, verbacticide, and it has benefits such as the
While you're looking them up, I'm going to have
Yeah.
to let some more people in reclaim the host. But yeah, the pulp extract with the verbascicide, and you touched on, that brain gut
Yeah.
connection, and you antioxidant, which is what happens is that oxidative stress, and there's such an important thing with the small intestine lining. 82% of our immune system is there, and we can reduce that oxidative stress.
Right. Okay, well, you're right. The verbascicides are the fruit extract. Remember, I told you that the olivectin has olive leaf extract and olive fruit extract. Well, the fruit extract contains, is also called verbacticide. It's a very important anti-inflammatory, as you mentioned. Gut health. Oh boy, you can't be healthy unless you have a healthy gut. Healthy gut, healthy person. It's bone healthy. It's immune support. It's skin health. I'll tell you, you'll notice a lot of difference in your skin after just 30 days of taking the Prima and the extra virgin olive oil in a liquid form. You'll notice your skin is softer. The lines of the wrinkles go, and it's much more. Here's what I say: take your left hand, make a soft fist, and grab some skin. See how fast that skin snaps back. The faster the skin snaps back, the younger you are. We all know how old we are chronologically. This is biologically. And here I am, there's my skin. I'm definitely over 50. 60. I've known Malcolm, we've known each other for 25 years, for God's sakes. It's unbelievable. And it's also a cellular protector. And as you mentioned about the metabolic support. So it's got it all. It's just a wonderful compilation of all these extracts from the olive leaf, the olive fruit, and the first fresh harvest of the olive, because that's where you get all the high phenolic polyphenols. And that's why when you go to the store and you buy, people are buying it, first of all, look and make sure it's in a dark container. It tells you where it's from, because our product, if you notice, says made in Italy. It's on the bottle. I'll just say it here. It's extra virgin olive oil that's guaranteed from the Italian government, and they're very particular about their all extra virgin olive oil. It's the real thing. It's the best that you could do. We should get in the habit. I always tell people, everybody thinks of bad habits, right? How about good habits? Get in the habit of taking something on a daily basis that's going to help you to produce optimal health. That's all I ask. And you'll notice a difference, especially as you get older.
Absolutely. Our core product, like you're talking about, and you mentioned the skin. I can't get the Visa Lux. What we're talking about there is pretty well everything that's in here, but just a little extra squalane and then some other ingredients for people to look like Ashley, our best. But I've been cheating a little bit, and our Flex, which has got extra doses of squalane in it, as well as some mangosteen pericarp. And what Earl's telling you about, I'm a vain guy. He knows that.
Yeah, the other products are great too. The whole line of cosmetic products that incorporates the extra virgin olive oil, and the product you're talking about, you can use externally as well. But yeah. I find that this is a good habit. You can put the canister right on your kitchen table, so you won't forget it. And just one pack, I call it a pack, one pack a day is all you need to see the results. And the nice thing about a functional food like this is it gets better, better, and the longer you take it. When it comes to drugs, the longer you take a drug, the more chance you have of having side effects, contraindications, and toxicities. This has nothing like that. And once again, no side effects, side benefits.
The side benefits, the cumulative effect on your body and the daily dose. I do it twice a day.
You can, if you want to, take it twice a day, but it's up to you. It depends on how fast you want to be, see the difference. Once or twice a day is fine.
So I'm not sure how you feel about this. You can give me a thumbs up or not. Would you suggest if that people keep asking me, can we have question and answer with Doc? That can be good sometimes or not. Would you maybe think it'd be better if we have them put their questions in the chat and I ask you that way than have
That's
everybody?
Fine. That's fine. They can. I told the Oliabo, anybody who has questions, they can email me and I'll be happy to answer them. But if you have some people there that I want to ask questions, I'll be happy to answer. If I can, I'll be happy to answer them.
Can I give them your email address?
Yes, it's Dr. for Doctor Mindell, Mindell, at AOL.com.
Doc Mindell will always get back to you. He's a busy man. So in the chat, you guys, if you want, let's open the chat up here.
Malcolm, I can't answer any medical questions because we can't
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that directly.
But here's what you have to think of when you're talking to people and telling them about Oliabo's products. Think of it as being a health practitioner. You are promoting health, and that's unusual because, unfortunately, sickness is a big business, and you don't see it as much around the world as we do. In the United States and New Zealand, they can advertise prescription drugs directly on television, and you spend one night watching commercial television, you'll be bombarded with all these crazy named drugs that have the side effects are worse than the drug.
That's right.
The side effects are worse than the disease. So
we have a doctor online, Dr. Rodriguez Jr. He asked research studies published. I guess you came on late, Doc, because if you go to pubmed.gov.
Yes, pubmed.gov. And I checked this morning, your morning, our afternoon, right. 2,413 research studies that have already been published in pubmed.gov. And that's the National Library of Medicine's website.
That's just putting in extra virgin olive oil. If you were to go and put in the ingredients, extracts from the tea, oleocanthal, oleuropein, babascicide, squalane, hydroxytyrosol, mangosteen pericarp, you'd have.
They all have a website, but the extra virgin olive oil has 2,413 as of today.
So I have let me see a question about someone going through chemo. Is it safe to take?
Once again, if you're taking chemotherapeutic drugs, you should check with your practitioner. I can't give you that. There's no problem about taking it, but you should always check with the practitioner for sure.
Wayne's got a lot. Well, maybe not you, Wayne. Maybe it's your friend. Enlarged prostate. A lot of boys have that trouble. Hey, enlarged prostate.
Well, once again, I can't give you medical advice. That's not what I do. I'm not a physician, and I don't think people should really expect that. All I can tell you is if you want to be optimally healthy, this is the product to take on a daily basis.
Our bodies were created to heal themselves. We all know that.
Right. You're right.
And if you can put your body into the right condition, and one of the ways to put your body into the right condition is daily intake of something that's been around for thousands of years. It's been right in front of us for forever. You know, Gordon shared on probably got to be 7 weeks ago now, where from Sumerian culture, which is before the Egyptians, so 7,000 years ago, of Sumerians, and they're already studying and having the attributes of high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. And then throughout history, it's always been there in front of us. It wasn't until about 2005 that modern science started to catch up. Now, looking at the Mediterranean diet, you know, Doc, when I heard the Mediterranean diet, and I like going to Italian restaurants,
Yes.
and I think about what's on the menu, like,
And you know,
maybe healthy.
Malcolm, in an Italian restaurant, they bring out olive oil. You can dip your bread in olive oil. And our Oliabo extra virgin olive oil, you can use it as a dip for bread. You can kind of dribble it on. I use it on hot air popcorn. How's that? On vegetables. I just had some mashed potatoes today. I dribbled some of it on the mashed potatoes. Vegetables, anything. I mean, get it into your diet, and you'll see a big difference in usually 30 days or less.
Yeah, absolutely. Mediterranean diet should be the Oliabo diet, high phenolic extra virgin olive.
It is the Oliabo diet, because you're taking a grapeseed extract, a lycopene, which is found in tomatoes. So that's part of the Mediterranean diet. And once again, out of the 10 so-called blue zone areas, 4 of them are in the Mediterranean area. So wake up. Start to take as good care of yourself as you do your dog, cat, automobile, rosebush, and front lawn. That's all I ask.
Yeah, talking of automobiles, we have this body, which is our vehicle we ride around in. We have it for a lifetime. We start when we're young. We get to our older age. The key is quality of life as we get to old age. Most of us concentrate on trying to accumulate wealth, thinking that's going to do it. But, you know, Doc knows my health went away for a while. And it's not a good thing when you lose your health. Let's find Doc again. He disappeared off the screen. But I got it, Petra. You got to let us run the show. Thanks. And when we're looking after our body, and this vehicle we ride around in is getting a regular service, right? Servicing all the bits and pieces, then life's better. Our quality of life is the key to everything, right, Doc?
Absolutely. You know, we change the oil in our automobiles every 3, 5, 10,000 miles. How about doing good fats every day? Not waiting until you have a problem. And once again, extra virgin olive oil is one of the good oils. It's high in oleic acid, which even our government in the United States, which is mind-boggling, finally admitted and put it at the top of the pyramid that we should be getting more of the good fats. And in brackets, they've put olive oil. Go take a look at it. It's unbelievable. 20 years I've been talking about this, at least, and finally they caught up.
You know, I've been to Doc Mindell's house. He has I would say, the best, the most comprehensive wellness health museum, separate from the house, separate building, with his office. He's in every single day. I've been in the countryside with him, getting up early morning, antiquing to go and get more things for that. I remember a very, very funny joke. I won't say it on here, that one day with those 2 old men, I'm pulling away from the ditch, right, out in their farm, and I said something to you, and everything all came together at once. That's for a personal joke. But Doc's gone out of his way his whole life, from when he was a younger man, beginning back when did it begin? 82? Is that the year you became known to the world?
79 is when the book first came out, which my Dr. Earl Mindell's Vitamin Bible came out in 79, 47 years. And if you go onto Amazon.com and scroll to books, type my name in, it's still in the top bestseller all around. Of course, I've updated it about 7 times in 47 years, but things don't change. You still need all the necessary nutrients on a daily basis and the good fats. Boy, that's so important.
I'm going to give you a plug here. Where are we going? I just want to get back. Still people coming in. That's great. But here, I just want, right, where are we right now? Here we go. So in the process, last year, Earl mentioned he was writing a book, which is yet to come out. Takes a lot of effort, but discover the remarkable health potential of nature's oldest superfood. An insightful new book by Dr. Earl Mindell.
Malcolm, I was going to mention it. It's called Dr. Earl Mindell's Olive Oil Olive Oil Bible for Wellness and Longevity, and it'll be out later on in the maybe by the fall, and I'm sure it'll be available through Amazon or through the company, etc. And it'll give you another tool. It's coming out, and it'll be a tool for everyone to be able to hand someone, because you forget a lot of things you hear, but if you can look it up, and it'll be in electronic as well, if you can look it up and find exactly the correct research that backs up all this. And I have it all in the book. Why, what to look for when you're buying olive oil, look what our Oliabo extra virgin olive oil is so unique and so different and so quality oriented. It's all going to be there in the book.
So just to recap for a few of you that are on late, one of the secrets to the Mediterranean diet, to the longevity in the blue zones, is those Italians and Greeks. They consume around 14 liters of high quality, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil a year. And I'm not going to ask you if you're brand new to drink 14 liters of olive oil, but you know how you can get that and more than the equivalent of that here in our product, Prima, in a beautiful marketing tin. I know one person on the call, he walked into Lily's house, he saw this on the counter and he went, "What's that? Is that olive oil?" And we do it in a convenient, like Ray talks about, a daily convenient pack that you can take 4 capsules daily and get the benefits of all of that with extra benefits you don't find in just extra virgin olive oil. That's the lurapine, which comes from that, the best anti-inflammatory, nature's best version of it, but also, that's oleocanthal, but the lurapine from the leaf, the verbascicide from the pulp, hydroxytyrosol, the squalane, and all the other products all together for you. And that is one of the reasons that Earl's on the call with us. He's passionate about health, as you can see. I'm not going to tell him your age, but if I'm half as good as you when I get to your age, the guy,
Malcolm, it's not how old you are, it's what kind of quality of life you have. And with doing this on a daily basis, the last 10 years of your life are going to be healthy. And that's not what's happening. In all the Western countries, the last 10 years, people are suffering from all the mistakes they made, and it's getting younger and younger. And remember, this actually helps you to lose weight. If you drink, one of our Joe Morton, one of our owners, took 3 tablespoons a day for, I think it was 10 days, and he lost, was it 20?
No.
I don't remember how much he lost, but it helps you to lose weight, gives you a better mood. You'll wake up more refreshed. You'll have a healthier gut. Your immune system. I mean, it's got everything going for it in a synergistic blend that cannot be copied. You cannot find our Prima product anywhere, because it's a synergistic blend of not only extra virgin olive oil, but the olive leaf extract and the olive fruit extract, plus grapeseed and lycopene.
That's right. A lot of people hop on the scale, look at that number, and it's not moving that much, but it's body size. That's what I call it. My biggest problem is my wedding ring keeps flying off my hand now, because so body size, down to pant sizes. There's all sorts of things that happen with you. This thing under here has disappeared, which is a great thing. So we're going to get close to wrapping this up. I know there's Ray Heron, the gentleman that's the master distributor of our company. Many of you have not met before. He's on the call. He's calling in from his place. He just drove up from Florida to his summer home in Michigan. And one of the gentlemen that asked me to help organize this, so I'm going to ask him first. Nigel Lau down there in Australia. Now, I put out a clip about testimonies, right? And one of my testimonies is about helping people. Earl knows that. He loves to help people, tirelessly does it. Those trips we used to be on, finish at 1 o'clock in the morning, get to bed, tell you, oh, I've got the wake up call with the hotel because we're waking up 5 because we're getting a 6:30 flight. And a lot of them weren't to big, nice cities in the US. Remember that near-death experience landing in Trinidad, Tobago, for crying out loud? Also, all over the world, he traveled with me. And I like to help people. And the gentleman,
Malcolm, that's what I'm all about. And for the people on the call and in Australia, the Philippines, etc., if you're thinking about joining us in Oliabo, think hard, because this is a wonderful company. It's a wonderful experience. You're giving people the gift of health. So for all of you who are thinking about doing this, I have 3 words for you. Actually, it's 2. Welcome home.
That's right. Someone just asked me, when did you start talking about the benefits of olive? And that would probably be right back in the very beginning of your wellness career. It had to be back in the 70s and 80s when you first started.
1971 is when I started. I was a pharmacist. Another pharmacist and I opened a health store, and it changed my whole life. And that's, my goodness, it's a long time ago. And I've never regretted it. And we can help millions out there. Remember,
you began in Winnipeg, Canada, correct?
Yes, I was born in Canada, and I moved to California in the 60s, and I've been here ever since. But I speak Canadian, and my books will be in Australian and Canadian and South African and English. And by the way, English is another language in England. It's their language. We just adapted it in the United States.
I know Earl's father began as a hat maker in Winnipeg.
That's right.
I know a long time. So Nigel, he's unmuted. Nigel's right there. Nigel's in Australia. He texted me one morning at 4:33 in the morning, my time. I'm at my desk at 4:30, asked me what I was doing. I hadn't spoken with Nigel in 20 years. Little tip here. I didn't text him back. I picked up the phone and I called him. And he told me exactly what had happened. It was 7:33 at his time in Australia, and that he was on a mission overseas, and he had to cut it short, and he wanted to get back there and increase his funds so he could help that. And he was getting old. I know he's the same age as me. And I said, I have an answer for you. I can solve both the problems. I can fix your health, and I can help you with your money woes. And he came on board, and you know what, within, what was it, 60 days, he's back doing another mission overseas. That's not cheap. But part of what this whole thing came about today is to do with Nigel. So Nigel, go ahead for a minute or two there. Nigel's in Melbourne, Australia, for you people that don't know.
Gail's favorite city.
Yourself, Nigel.
I say, good morning, everybody from Melbourne, Australia. And what a joy there is to see all of you. And what an honor and privilege to meet that Dr. Earl Mindell today. I just so glad to see so many of you are my friends, personal friends. We can all do together to make the world a better place, that everybody can have a healthier life. So this is early days, and thank you, Malcolm, for orchestrating this. Then we hope to have at least once a month get together and hear some insight from different people regarding how we can make other people's life healthier and better.
And we got on Earl to finish before sundown for his Friday night. And by the way, before I bring Ray on, Earl, I'm so happy for you, Gail. What a wonderful, that is a testimony to love, folks. Tell them how many years again? It's your wedding anniversary. How many years?
55 years as of your day today, our day tomorrow. it's only 5 o'clock here in the evening. So tomorrow it's 55 years.
And one wonderful children. You've
5 years.
spent a lot of time with them. So how about we ask Ray Heron here, master distributor, my personal sponsor. Ray, are you out there? How would you like to close out this call for us?
I'm here, brother, and I really appreciate listening to you and Dr. Mindell. You guys are old friends, and it comes across you genuinely care about one another. And, as far as Dr. Mindell, wow, it's been, I want to say 35, 40 years ago, I couldn't turn on any television program without Dr. Mindell being interviewed. I mean, that book was so popular, The Vitamin Bible. And looking back, Dr. Mindell, I'd just like to have been your agent back in those days. I'm sure your agent got some pretty good fees for booking you. You were everywhere, all over the world. And I think about such things. I appreciate you sharing tonight with us. And before I forget, happy 55th wedding anniversary to you and your wife. I think that's marvelous. Because of Prima now, I believe Cheryl and I have been married 43 years. So I'm hoping that and believing because of these products are going to help us celebrate our 55th as well. But I think about such things as this, Dr. Mindell. It wasn't a popular subject back 40 years ago or so. Most people didn't know, we didn't know anything about vitamins. And, what a service you rendered to the world, not just to us in America, but to the world. Your books are popular all over the world and still are to even today. And I think about, just sometimes just what would appear to be the smallest of efforts. Not that writing a book is a small effort. It is not. I know what you went through to write that first Bible, but vitamin Bible, but I think about things like this. You educated people all over the world, and very likely, you extended a lot of people's lives. You educated them on the importance of various nutrients for them to be taking, and quite likely, you saved a lot of lives. So, job well done, I would say. I'm so excited about the Olive Bible that's coming out. I'm a little bit discouraged when you said maybe by fall. I wanted it yesterday. I know it takes time. But I know you'll do a fabulous job, just like you did with the Vitamin Bible. We respect you a great deal. I'm so happy that you're part of Oliabo, and I think you two guys you got some dynamics. I could tell. I bet you could tell stories all day long, traveling 25 years around the world. It's maybe I can envision one of these days at some convention from stage. We might get to hear some of those. Probably be quite amusing to a lot of us. But I really appreciate you taking the time here tonight, Malcolm. Your dedication to this company, to our friendship, it's priceless. I appreciate you so much. The efforts that you put in every day, all the time. Nigel calls me Uncle Ray. I'm glad to see you, Nigel. Everybody, look, we do have an absolute natural shortcut to better health with our products, primarily Prima, our foundational product. So let's get behind folks like Malcolm and Dr. Mindell, and let's educate the world. I can see it very clearly in the next few years. There's going to be millions of people all over the world that's going to start their day with this very conveniently packaged, I think, dynamic, probably the most dynamic nutritional product I've ever seen in my life, simply laid out for us. We take the packet open, and that's how we start our day. Before I forget, my friend Tanya, I saw in the chat, Dr. Mindell, she said she takes 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the morning and 2 at night. Her question was, I'm not the doctor, you are. Her question was, am I taking too much? I certainly don't think so, but if you wouldn't mind addressing that for her, I would appreciate it.
No, there's no such thing as too much, but actually anywhere from 1 tablespoon to 3 or so a day. It's like saying, how much do you need to help you? You should know the difference. Look at your skin and see how it reacts. But there's no such thing as too much. It's not a drug. It's a functional food that's been around for 5,000 years.
Yes. When you talk about the skin, I put out a clip for all you guys yesterday, I think it was, with that health practitioner, young man that I've been following. And he decided to take an olive oil challenge. He went and found a very high quality extra virgin olive oil, 3 tablespoons a day for 10 days straight. And he went through each day, and the change was astronomical for him and his face. But on one of our corporate calls, and they interviewed the 2 young boys that were hockey players, 19 and 21 years of age. Go figure, you being Canadian, nice hockey players. And we know what happened. And we thought they'd be talking about their energy and their recovery time from injuries and things like that. But these 2 young boys, all they wanted to talk about was how good their skin was and how they lost all that flabby on their face. Right, Doc?
Right, absolutely. This is not a race, Malcolm. It's something you do on a daily basis. And it's not how much you're taking, it's consistency. Consistency is the magic word. Just take, I feel, one of the Prima packs daily. And I like to take the Oliabo extra virgin olive oil at bedtime. It helps me sleep. It's wonderful. But remember, it's not how much you take, it's consistency, and you will see a difference and feel a difference.
So when did Doc Mindell first start telling the world publicly? Probably started doing a lot more privately. 1979. If you go get the Vitamin Bible on pages 256, 400. Thank you, Kukoi, down there for in Bacolod in the Philippines, 454, page 496. 534, 573, 581. He talks about the olive oil and olive leaf extracts supporting optimal heart health, inhibits inflammation, and the support of vascular system health. So Earl's been a proponent of this for 50 years.
That's right. I haven't changed at all. In fact, it's something that will last forever. And I think it's about time that people start to wake up to understand if you want to be healthy, you've got to take the responsibility of your health in your own hands. If you're sick, that's a different word. But if you're healthy and you want to stay healthy, take care of yourself. Take something on a regular basis like our Prima pack on a daily basis.
I'm going to wrap this up with one thing that Earl said to me last year. Malcolm, you have the #1 longevity plant on this planet. You have the #1 anti-aging food in the world. And I want you to think about a tree that's been around for thousands of years. And there are trees, you've seen Joe, one of our owners, with his wife standing next to a tree, and in the olive grove there, the owner of the grove saying, you know, that tree you're standing against, which is still producing fruit, is 2,000 years old. So the trees and the groves that Oliabo utilizes over in Italy, same thing with them. And if a tree can keep producing fruit for that many years, that tree, you're the one that taught me this, gosh, back in 2004, about plants overcoming adversity and the properties that that plant produces itself to stay and be vibrant, you can ingest yourself. So a tree that can produce fruit once it's thousands of years old, not like the average tree that stops in 12, 15, 20 years, those longevity properties, those anti-aging properties, Oliabo, our company, through 2 years of scientific studies and 3-4 generations of Gordon and Joe's mother's side of the family teaching them, were able to learn how to get those extracts and get them to you in. He talks about consistency, add the word convenience to it, a pillow pack every single day. And Doc, I really appreciate you taking the time on your Friday night. And thanks to Gail. I saw her ducking in the corner there, fixing something for you. Thanks to Gail.
Malcolm, keep up the great work. You're doing a wonderful job of educating people, and I will continue to do it as well. And all I can say to people is be well, take care of yourself.
All you got to do is introduce people as customers. Lead with the benefit first. I can help you. Ask them what's wrong, and they'll tell you what's wrong. Everybody complains and say, what are you going to do about that? They always go, I don't know. I have a solution. It may help. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Nigel. And especially thank you to the people that took their Saturday mornings and their Friday nights to come out on this call. I appreciate your efforts, every single one of you. You're all doing it for the one reason, that's to help one another. An attitude of servitude is the key to winning in life. Thanks, Doc.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Thanks, Malcolm. Thanks, Dr.
Thank you,
Mindell.
everyone.
Thank you so much.